Aston Villa at home to Manchester United, 5:30 kick-off on Saturday afternoon. Talk about Aston Villa first. Now, looking at the table, Arsenal are 7th with 23 points, Villa are 8th with 16 points. There is a gap there. That's probably the highest they can finish this year. But still, they haven't scored in their last two. The fans aren't exactly convinced by McLeish. It's been a funny start to the season, hasn't it, Villa?
It has been. I think the thing is, with Alex McLeish being there, he's got to do more than would be expected of a different manager coming in. He's got to impress. He didn't really have a honeymoon period. He didn't have a period where he could settle down, get his matchday squad right, and he's got to impress. Now, whether that's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. But the last couple of games, going back to the defeat against Spurs, that was terrible for them. We can't really use the Swansea game to judge where they are because of what we had beforehand. So it'll be interesting to see where they are. What I will say is that Alex McLeish has used some very defensive tactics this season, and that's not endearing to fans.
They haven't won away from home yet. I know this game's at home, but that's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, and I think they're one of only two sides outside the relegation zone that haven't won on the road yet. Now, they need to change that, they need to get the away form going, and just really put some performances in that will impress the fans, get them on side.
Yeah, so in the meantime, they need to be strung up at the park, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
And Manchester United, now we've touched on this before, they're not really scoring goals at the moment. I mean, we have touched on it, they said they've lots of 1-0 wins recently. They've actually not scored more than once in the Premier League since the 1st of October, which was a 2-0 win against Norwich. And even that game was, Norwich could have maybe got something.
Yeah.
Spurs and City are up there kind of, playing good football. Manchester United just not, in terms of performances, right up there. Why are they not scoring goals? Is it over-reliance on Hernandez and other players not chipping in?
It's difficult. I think I read an interview with Darren Fletcher in midweek, and there's been a lot of criticism about the midfield creativity. Now, it's well publicised they've been after Schneider or someone to fill the Paul Scholes role. They need more than just strikers firing. They need to get more creative. They need to move the ball quicker. They need to get out. It's almost like a slumber. But having said that, they've won games. They're still 5-1. They did drop points, but so did City. So they're still 5 points behind.
But they would like a few more goals.
Oh, certainly. Manchester United, they always want to dominate teams, don't they? But maybe not.
They need Jemba back to ball strings in the field. That's what needs to happen. Aston Villa at home to Manchester United. We'll go for a prediction. I'm going to go for the similar pattern to recently. I think it's going to be Villa 0, Man U 1. I think they're going to do it again. I wouldn't rule out Hernandez getting the goal either.
The way Aston Villa set up against Spurs was so defensive. I can't see them doing anything different against Manchester United. I want to go 2-0 United.